August 10th, can you hear me? Better. We will call the meeting to order and have the pledge. Please stand. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Any changes to the agenda?
There are none.
None. Motion to approve agenda?
I motion.
I have seconded. Agenda approved. Is there anybody online or in
Seconds.
for public comment?
There is nobody in the audience or on Zoom.
Thank you very much. Approval of minutes. Did you have any changes to the minutes?
I did not. I motion to approve.
I seconded. The minutes are approved. That moves us to item number 4, which is the OS Day Recharge Study Project.
There's nothing new to report on at this time.
That takes care of item number 4. Thank you. Number 5, water system discussion.
So our pumps and well services contract continues to pay off for us in spades. We had the booster B at well 10 and 11 failed during the last electrical storm. Since that failure, just in a few weeks, we were able to utilize that contract, utilize one of the pumps we have in inventory as a loaner, if you will, to continue that running, while the existing motor was sent out to be rewound, and since has already been reinstalled, and a spare brand new backup has also been purchased and stored. Unfortunately, well 11, our on-call operators noticed a reduction in production over about a week ago. Over a course of a few days, our production started to tail off. We cut the pump at about 100 gallons a minute. We just turned it off. We had that well pulled and videoed. We had several holes in the column pipe. Luckily, thanks to SCADA and having those flow meters tethered to SCADA, we caught it to where there was no holes burned in the casing. So we're in the process of starting the rehab for well 11. If we take note, well 14, the production, we've been very fortunate this year. We were down 16% from last year, from July to July. So we have not had to utilize well 14. We've only pumped 1.92 acre foot out of there. The replacement, $1,055 per acre foot, just for sampling purposes. We've had 5 events now through Edison. We've successfully deployed our emergency generators to 4 locations. On 3 different occasions in June, for a total of 5 events for the year 2022. So again, those backup generators have become just an essential part of operations. The interior coating at 183 is completely done. It's back online. That's about it. So just buzzing through summer, continuing right on pace. We've replaced 129 services for this calendar year to date, and continue to do so. We're moving on, just starting to get into our air vac flushing for the year.
So well number 11, the column pipe had holes in it, so
3.
you wouldn't see any change in pumping level. You would just get less returns at the surface.
And that's exactly what. So we tethered a few years back. We tethered all the well flow meters to SCADA. Actually, not even for that intended use, but it sure came in handy to watch that production tail off. So,
yeah, that would be tell me that you got a hole in the casing. You're still pumping, unless the pump's cratered. It would either be that or the pump cratering. So,
yep. So we're in the process of just starting the rehab. We had a pre-pull video ran on it early this week. We have those, so we're going to go in and start rehabbing. We're going to have to raise the pedestal, the column, the sole plate, but we're just starting that for this year.
And is column pipe readily available? I know it is. Okay. So there won't be a big delay in getting that back on.
No, and it's louvered, so we can go be a little more aggressive with this one on its post-rehabilitation.
When are we going to get that pipe in for the other well?
That actually gets here. I just sent out the e-bite. They're shipping it early. It comes next Wednesday.
Okay.
We get about a mile of 12-inch ductile. So we're going to offload that at a safe location. And then we've been in contact with Southwest Pump and Drilling. The well permit has been pulled with the county. We have a current permit ready to go. We're anticipating starting drilling in October.
Is that the schedule that Southwest gave you?
That is the schedule Southwest gave us.
Okay.
So we've got the connection piping for that.
Yes.
Because I was talking to a GM and he said that, boy, there's a lot of pumps were going down this summer and there wasn't stuff to fix them. Replacement parts were
It is so hit and miss on what's available.
Yeah.
Horizontal split case pumps right now, good luck. They're far and few between, but vertical turbine motors are, depending on what size, are a lot more readily available because there's more profit margin. What we're finding is a lot of the higher end, anything is available, and the lower end, anything economic is not. Manufacturers are just chasing the higher profit returns at the moment. So hopefully that supply chain starts catching up.
Yeah, he said, you know, if you need a 1.5 inch something, it may not be there, but there may be 1 inch something there. So apparently the production lines are making tooling for one thing, making them, then having to retool for the next size or whatever, and they're not able to keep up with everything. So anyways.
I'm touching on that just to share with the committee. So we have a lot of Plow 2500 hydrants in our system, a couple thousand. The manufacturer stopped making traffic repair kits for those. Didn't inform anyone. They just, as of December 31st, stopped. So staff was very ingenuitive, and we found an alternative that works. Basically, we have sourced the factory that makes the breakaway couplings, and we use a different flange, and then we make our own breakaway bolts. So we've had to be very resourceful. Sometimes you got to make do with what you can.
Ad lib. Okay. And do you have anything else?
No.
Any other questions or?
Yeah, and I don't see it on here, and I don't know where I saw it. But it said we replaced two hydrants or did something or fixed something?
Correct. So page 2, 2 hydrant repairs, and 1 hydrant was replaced.
So what made it have to be replaced? Just a general question.
If a hydrant's replaced, typically that's because it has a broken lateral. Somebody hit the berry or the hydrant, the breakaway didn't break away, and it breaks the berry or it breaks the foot valve, so we have to replace it.
Okay. Thank you. I'm good now.
Okay. That sounds good. Smithson Springs update, number 6.
Not a lot to update other than those summertime woes are affecting the flows up there. We're only seeing about 1.5 gallons total. I believe the upper weir was right about 1 gallon per minute, and down below is about 0.5 gallon per minute. So not a lot happening up there.
No, a little bit low this time of year. All right. State regs update. Anything new? Nothing new. Summertime, huh? Yeah, the month of August, what did I read? 40% of the nation goes on vacation in August, so it's the big month. Let's see, nothing on 7. Review of current projects.
On that pressure zone 6 expansion, that's at Pinyon Hills Road pipeline. There isn't anything to report on that, other than that we anticipate to kind of move forward with that when the peak season dwindled away. Kind of leave that on the operation schedule when they want to proceed with that. For the new well, like Sean had mentioned, they're going to begin work in October. I think we have all the permitting in line with that. We're having that staked, the location, just so it's in line with our pipeline project. They also want to stake out the property corners of that 5-acre piece, and that should be done in September.
So is there any anticipated work that will need to be done at the, I assume the Phelan Road's still going to be redone and widened, I guess.
Yeah, there's 3 phases to that. and they're slated to begin work in August for those turnouts, tumbleweed, and I forget the other two or three.
This is
dates.
August.
Yes, so they're slated to begin work.
But you don't anticipate anything with the district for,
No, we've
quite a
already
while.
relocated some valving of those turn lanes. We did receive notice for the third phase, which is the intersection realignment on 138 and Phelan Road, as the improvements up to 5 lanes for that whole stretch. They're going through CEQA now, so it's a big project for the county.
but that's some time off.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So they slate to begin work on that in 2025, 2026.
So just
You got a while.
Yeah, there's a phase in between.
don't need to worry.
Yeah, there's another phase in between that's in 2024.
It's your sister.
I know it
Called
is.
her.
Happy birthday.
It is. Wrong. Okay, so, and we already talked about the new well. Staff report number 9.
No other reports.
Only other thing I'd like to add is Edison's been real responsive with us in the last month on, we have 3 projects going with them at the moment, relocating power to 4C, because right now we have a 1,200-foot customer side lateral. We're bringing that into the property. We met with Edison, and we're going to begin construction in a couple weeks on bringing power to the fill station. And what that means is readily available power for future well 16. CEQA has been completed on that site, so we'll have power there when and if we can ever secure well 16. So
If only we could say the same for our other projects, working with Edison as well as county.
Went as smoothly as that, huh?
Yes. Yes.
Did you ever try to get some of any of those Tesla batteries packs that they were putting on wells?
for wells, no, we did look at equipment. There were some grant opportunities available.
It was through the state, but it was through Tesla. They were big storage batteries. They put it on a well that this guy was telling me yesterday. They put it on a well, and it's supposed to store energy during off-peak, and then during the on-peak hours, it would run the well.
We'll certainly look into it. What we ran into with the equipment was the cost versus diesel is 4 to 5 times the amount. So even though the state was offering what we thought was over in excess of the full amount, they only match up to that per price. And let's say a mini excavator, they started in around 280,000 for electric, when diesel starts at about 35,000. And the weight we saw was just significantly different. They're very heavy compared to the diesel ones. But we'll certainly look at.
Yeah, that was. I'm not sure if it's still going on, but it was. I'm pretty sure it was through the state that they would put a big, it's a giant, like a cell tower house or a well house size battery that would store during off peak and then run the well during on peak, so that you're recharging the battery at off peak low and then running the well during the highest peak. So I guess there was supposed to be a savings there, but the battery pack would have to be some kind of state funded thing.
We'll take a look at it and see what's available.
Okay.
Just to kind of add to, I believe it was mentioned in the engineer's report at the last board meeting, but the engineering, or I would say our GIS guru, Tony, has implemented the backflow program in the mobile application, and that's pretty much going to serve a big help for our specialists for backflow. There's a lot that we have available for our staff and what we've done. Maybe one day we can demonstrate those. that we've done in the last couple of years. We kind of do that at the end of the year. It doesn't show a lot of what has happened. It's just a touch of what we've done.
We've had a few little seminars that you've given to.
Little, but not enough. And it's exciting to deploy this. And we're looking at presenting possibly in the November conference in Palm Springs. We submitted an abstract, and we're crossing our fingers that we can at least showcase the district in the GIS and mobile deployment.
So how is the meter change out going? As far as I know, the numbers are in there, but has there been any issues?
Yes. So the supply chain is affecting the availability of the meters. So in February, we submitted the order to complete the district-wide changeouts. We still have not secured a ship date for the remainder of that quantity. We're at about 41% of the district. We got about another 4,000 rough numbers. As soon as I have a ship date, we'll bring that for the board, just so they're aware. We have the contracts in place to change them out. Staff continues at the failures we're having, and that's why we see those numbers continue to tick up. What the company we utilize is doing is the limited quantities they get, they're giving to us and other districts. They're breaking them up between everyone just to keep us going for new installs
for replacements.
Yeah. We're hoping. It actually just been texting him today. They're anticipating their supply chains catching up this month and next, that we should start seeing large quantities coming in, so we can resume full-scale changeouts. I don't believe there's a reason that we won't complete on target this fiscal year of having the meter changeouts done. Once we get the quantity of meters, we can mobilize Concord and we can have it done in a matter of months.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
We're still early on in the fiscal, so I'm hopeful we will be on track.
Any comments from users? Or has there been basically no issues as far as, I know we had the one issue of sand or something in a faucet, but that may not have been, was that a meter change out? That was something else?
That was something else.
Okay, that was a month or two ago.
Some customers seem very responsive and happy with the portal because they can go online and set parameters, much like your Edison. If your bill is going to exceed a certain amount or a certain volume, and the real-time responsiveness of the customer portal for leaks. So right now, you could potentially have a leak for 28 days before we would let you know. With this, it's 24 hours.
Right.
And we can go in and set different parameters for different fire meters, for instance, that are Tadler meters. We can go in and set if there's any flow to alarm us. So we can set all these different parameters that we currently don't really have. We've had a couple of problems arise just on some different scenarios. But as a whole, I don't think staff has many complaints. I certainly don't.
Yeah, we've actually had customers call in and say, and like thank us for putting the portal in because
So
it saved
they
them.
can track it.
Yeah, and we're right now we have about a 1% engagement rate. We're looking, once we do the full change out, to do like a full-blown push to get people to sign up for the portal. But right now we're at about 1%.
I wouldn't expect it to be too high until
Yeah.
you go out and actually push and do some educational things.
Exactly, yeah.
To make people aware of how to do it.
How to do it exactly.
We've actually seen a slight reduction in our non-revenue water as well. Part of that is due to the meter changeout program. Part of that is due to a reduction in theft in the system. So in exact quantity, it's really hard because we had such a chaotic summer last year with such a high theft. Hammer strikes definitely impact us. We're down 16% compared to last July. Just significant gains this year. It's nothing like it was last year.
Yeah. Yep. We want to sell water, but not that way.
Fill stations
Not at those
been
rates. The fill station, I think that paid itself off. So
Since January 1st this year, we look today, it's done just shy of 4 million gallons through that, just since January 1st.
they can use that all they want. Okay, so that's staff report, action items, prior meeting. Did we have any action items? I don't think so.
We have none.
This meeting, I don't think.
Just to look into the Tesla batteries for the well.
Oh, yes, the Tesla batteries, that's.
Well, and I think, I don't know, do we put it on there? Can we arrange for engineering to do something to the board? You guys need to bring that and let everybody know what you guys are doing. Like a presentation. Do you want to do it after your, wherever, your conference you're going to or something?
Yeah, let's do that. So we can incorporate some of the presentation
Then you'll
material
have it all done.
and past presentation
Yeah,
materials.
okay.
So
So like no, December maybe?
And I believe we have another presentation coming this next board meeting, first board meeting in September, scheduled for the board as well.
Okay. Perfect, thank you. Sorry, Tony, you gotta do some work.
That's right.
He's anxious.
Oh, I'm sure, that's good. Let's do it.
Setting agenda, I don't think there's anything to change at this point. Same agenda. All right, well, everything's running good in the summer, and with that, we will adjourn at 4:23. Thank you all.